I wouldn't be like as successful as I am if I didn't find RT's group. Before trading, I was doing like a minimum job in a casino. So like hearing like $1,000 to $2,000 per day was unreal for me. From that point, like I know I can do it. I'm glad he was gracious enough to like lend me some money to be above 25K. I want to say 5 to 6 months, I was able to pay him off. After that, I never looked back to a 9 to 5 job. The only word that comes into my mind is freedom.
Ladies and gentlemen, traders, welcome back to another episode of the Relentless Trading Podcast. Today, I have a very, very special guest. Not only is he a multi-million verified trader, he's perhaps the biggest in the Relentless Trading chat room and definitely the biggest in the day trading team house. He is the best from the West. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, the monster trader, Save.
Thank you, man. Thank you for inviting me to this wonderful house, beautiful weather in Arizona, and just having fun out of here.
For those of you watching on, the aim here, the goal here today will be for you to be inspired, motivated, and encouraged. As you guys can see, we have a very beautiful setting, a beautiful background. We're here in Phoenix, Arizona at a day trading team house is what we like to call it. And the aim here, the goal is not for us to brag, but to show you guys what can be done once you do put in the work and become profitable and get to that next level as a trader. So, Save, talk a little bit about your experience at the team house this week and talk a little bit about the importance of having a nice community to be a part of when it comes to the trading space.
It's really nice. It's one of the nicest like houses here in Arizona. We got the pool, we got the pickleball right here, golf course right here. But yeah, trading wise, market wasn't really that hot, so I'm glad that I'm with the boys, just spending the time here. Like, if I'm back home in California, like I'll be probably like, a little bit depressed with the market.
Yeah.
But because I'm out here and just enjoying the weather, enjoying the vibes, having the good time with the boys, so it kind of like, makes it all worth it. But yeah, I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, and so how important is it to be a part of a good community as a beginner trader?
At first, when I started trading back in 2020, I was never part of any community, and I was just trading on my own or with my cousin. It was fine at first because you're still learning, you're still finding yourself as a trader. For me to excel, I wouldn't be like as successful as I am if I didn't find RT's group, the boys here, because we keep on pushing each other. In the start of your journey, yes, it's okay to like just finding yourself. But eventually, if you want to grow yourself and you want to be successful at this career, like you need to find your peers, you need to find your pod.
Yeah.
And like it does help you to like have a healthy competition, not the toxic one. Just pushing each other, having like friends here, because at the end of the day, this career is like the most loneliest career or job because we're just alone in our computer, and like sometimes we cannot talk to like our family or friends because they don't know what we deal about like every day. Like they just know that we just like push buttons, like draw some charts, draw some lines. But having like these friends, trading friends, having the accountability that they'll say to you that, oh, you should have been like more aggressive or like taking it easy. But yeah, it definitely helps me.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that 1000%, man. Having that team around you can really help elevate you to that next level. What initially pushed you to get into trading? What was that spark for you?
At first, it wasn't really like anything sparked to me. It was my cousin who actually was trading at first back in 2020, and he was making money at the time. And during the like COVID days, I mean everything was locked down, so we're pretty much at home doing nothing. He told me about trading. He was like, "Oh, check this one out. I found this like YouTuber that makes this amount of money." Like my cousin was making like already good money, like $1,000 to $2,000 per day, which is for me wasn't real at that time because before trading I was doing like a minimum job in a casino.
Okay.
So like a $16 per hour job. So like hearing like $1,000 to $2,000 per day was unreal for me. I was kind of skeptical at first, so I didn't really jump into it head on at first. So it took me like a month to 2 months to finally give in, and yeah, he mentored me. Luck, I'm thankful that he mentored me. Yeah, that's my story.
Okay, so did he also play a role in helping you get over PDT, or were you able to save up from the casino job?
Oh, actually, no. My saving is only like, I want to say $500 to $1,000 during that time.
Yeah.
I opened an account, and TD Ameritrade, that account was trading with like, 1 share to like 5 shares. And like I knew from that point, like I know I can do it.
Okay.
And the only limitation during that time was the PDT rule. And because I know my cousin was making money, I asked him, even though like I was kind of like, it's kind of like, if you're gonna ask for money, it's kind of like, for me, it's hard for me to ask for money because kind of like beg. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm glad he was gracious enough to like lend me some money to be above 25K. I want to say 5 to 6 months, I was able to pay him all.
Wow, that is impressive. So, did you face any challenges when you first, went live with that money? And also, how was it mentally and emotionally deciding to, leave the 9 to 5 grind per se and to pursue this passion, to pursue day trading?
I was lucky when I first started trading, I want to say, because during the COVID market, everything like in the small caps, everything was just going straight up. And it kind of I had that like bad habits that kind of like, I want to say, carry over for the rest of the year, because the struggle that I had wasn't really at the first year. It was actually like actually the tail end of my first year, so 2021.
Yeah.
So I had that struggle because the market shifted. Now the market is like not just going straight up. And yeah, it was quite an adjustment for me. It took me like, I want to say 10 months to adjust. I wasn't profitable. I wasn't either losing money too. So, but I wasn't making money. So for 8 to 10 months,
Yeah.
it was a grind. But yeah, that's definitely like the hardest part for me, is like trying a lot of like strategies, trying to keep up with like the market, having the pressure of like, I need to make money, because that time I was still helping out with my parents. And during that time in 2021, the tail end of 2021, 2022, the start of 2022, everything was opening up. So like my old job in the casino was, they were calling me if I wanted my old job. And I was kind of hesitant to accept it, because I still want to stay in the in trading.
Yeah.
I actually, I think I think I gave it like a week or 2 weeks before I sent them a reply that I didn't want to go back to the 9 to 5 job, because like I know that I can still do it. Like I refuse to like give up. And yeah, like after
Yeah.
that, I never looked back to a 9 to 5 job.
So, how old were you around this time?
Late 20s.
Okay. And so, being that you're helping out your parents financially, how did they feel about you leaving the casino, leaving a stable income per se, to try to go all in with this trading thing?
Because I'm Filipino, we're very like, you need to find like a normal 9 to 5 job, a secure
Yeah.
job, because they're skeptical with it at first, like any other like tight knit like family. At first, they are still pursuing me to find like just a normal 9 to 5 job, secure job, because they told me like they don't trust it that it's gonna be like for a long term, like
Okay.
career. But eventually they finally understand, and they fully supported me, and I'm so glad, because if not for their support, I wouldn't be as successful as I am.
Yeah, that's pretty powerful. And I think a pretty important part of a lot of people's stories. Sometimes you just need that little bit of reassurance. And when you do have a parent or parents, or even just someone, in some, also in this case, your cousin, to help you out, it's a really big boost. So talking about your cousin a little bit more, do you think it's possible we'll be able to get him out here at maybe a day trading team house?
I'll try. I'll try. I've been saying that he needs to go with me and connect to other traders too.
Yeah.
Because like I'm introvert, so like I don't really like, hang out or like talk to other people. I mean, most of the traders that I know are introverts.
Yeah.
But like sometimes you need to get out of your shell. Like if like for me, if I'm scared of like talking to people, like you pretty much like if you wanna push yourself, have a long-term career on this trading career, you need to have peers
Yeah.
like with you. And yeah, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and maybe you send this video to him if he's watching. Maybe this this
Yeah.
inspires him
Yeah,
to
shout out
maybe
to
come
my
out
cousin Alan.
Alan, man, big shout out to you if you're watching. Definitely consider coming to one of the meetups, man. I think you'll have a good time, you know?
Yeah, and I have a trader friend that also like
Yeah.
he's starting out. I'm helping out. So Marvin, shout out to you. I know you're gonna watch this.
Marvin, definitely, man, as well. So, yeah, I think it's always good, you know, again, the community is such an important part of what we do here. And so, you know, the more people that come around and get inspired, and even from just watching the video, I think the better it is, right? So coming into another question here, now that you're more of a seasoned trader, you've been in the game for a long time, what's one of your favorite parts about being in this industry?
The only word that it comes into my mind is freedom. I mean, it's
Yeah.
kind of patriotic, it seems, but like it is. Just getting out of the rat race.
Yeah.
Like when I moved here to the States in 2015 with my parents back then, I never had really a career. Like I wasn't sure of what I was gonna do because like, you know, I'm new to this country. Pretty much like the only job or only career that I could take is just like um, the minimum jobs, and there's not enough like opportunities for immigrants. Let's be real, there's not enough like opportunities. But yeah, so having that like opportunity when trading came in, like I never really let go of it. Like I knew that the potential of it, like during the struggles when I had that back in 2021, that I didn't make money. Like I knew the potential of if I only stick with this, like I know the potential I could grow
Yeah.
like millions of dollars, not even like millions, probably just like getting out of the rat race itself and just providing for my family.
Okay. And so in 2021, that's where you had a bit more of like a prolonged sideways consolidation, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, so pretty much like I made good money back in 2020 until like middle of 2021. Then I had a big
How much money are we talking? Like six figures? Like
I was up six figures. I want to say like I was up like 200K when I started.
So this is 2020?
Like between, I want to say October of 2020 until March or April of 2021.
Okay.
So I made like six figures. I would say as close as 200K. Then after that, like April, May onwards until like August of 2022, I didn't make money. So I'm glad that I have that cushion, because like if I didn't have that cushion, I don't think I would be able to be here with you.
Okay. And so talk a little bit about some of the things that you've adjusted and changed over time to help you to get to the point where you are now, where you can see sometimes even over 5-figure days consistently.
More about I try to stay away from like shorter holds now, so I try to make it like a big, let's just say a little bigger picture in my trading. Longer holds, taking more size, but also still having that risk factor. You need, that's my number one rule, is having that risk. Like even though I have a big size, I still consider the risk that is involved with it. But yeah, it's pretty much like longer holds and bigger size.
Okay, nice. And so you're incorporating a lot of the chart into what you're doing and
Yes.
getting a good idea.
Yes. So a lot of now, I don't want to say less price action, because price action is still pretty good in small caps, but more of the levels in the charts, daily levels, pre-market highs, pre-market lows, psychological levels. Those are the things that I look for.
So now that you are killing it in the game, you're much more consistent. Talk to me a little bit about how you spend money. I know you're a man of class and you enjoy cars and these type of things. Talk to me about how you spend your trading gains.
Right now I'm looking for my first house. So Hopefully by this year I'll buy a house for myself. I finally my initial goal when I first started trading is to have my parents or to support them and have them retired. So luckily I'm able to do it. So that was my first goal. So I'm happy that I did it, and I'm happy that I'm able to provide for them. Now I'm looking for a place for my own. I have a few toys, so I love cars.
Yeah.
So I love cars. I love watches. So those are the things that I love to spend on, travel wise too. But still, I try to spend a little way too much on those certain aspects, but I try to minimize some
Yeah.
of them too.
But I mean, that sounds awesome, man. Being able to help the family,
Yeah.
help out the parents, have them retire and still have access to, do other things, right? I mean, I think, and that's the beauty of what trading really is when we get to that other side and start to size up. So that's really great to hear, man. So talk to me a little bit about one thing that you're trying to do right now to be even better, because we understand a lot of traders are still looking to improve day by day, week over week. What's something you're looking to improve on right now?
I feel like I didn't give enough time with my trades, so that's another thing that I need to work on is longer, more longer holds, and also more size. Um, Also, probably more large caps for me, especially on the days that there's going to be a like a big one, like a big trade coming in.
Yeah.
So large caps. I've been doing options a little bit on the side. So that was my 2024 goal, was to learn about options. So yeah, I'm still trying to learn a little bit about like calls and the strategy behind it. But yeah, those are my goals for
Okay.
now.
I got some rapid fire questions for you. Can give one word answers.
All right.
So what's your favorite setup?
Bull flag.
Bull flag, nice. What's your favorite trading book or article, if you have one?
It's a psychological. I forgot the name of the book. I don't read, so but there's a psychological book for like the name. The author's name is Jared Tendler, but he has this psychological book.
Okay, nice. They'll find it. They'll be able
Yeah.
something that's important from your morning routine that you'd like to share with people.
Charting.
Charting?
Yep.
Nice. Do you prefer a laptop or PC?
PC.
PC. This one a little bit more open-ended. Do you have any investments outside of the market?
Outside the market, yes, I do. I do. I thought it was in
Do you
rapid.
mind sharing? Yeah.
Yeah,
A little bit about that. Yeah.
I have a couple of businesses outside the states, so I hope the IRS doesn't see this. No. It's just a small business back home in the Philippines. I have
okay,
those.
okay.
But yeah, those are my investments so far.
Lovely, lovely. So a little bit more open-ended right here. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years as a day trader?
5 years, hopefully, but I already hit my goal. My main goal was I would stop like grinding
Yeah.
until like I hit 20 million.
Nice.
So hopefully I'll be able to do that. That's trading profits.
I have a feeling that'll be coming very, very soon for the
hope so.
monster here.
I hope so.
Coming into the closing questions here, let's give some advice to struggling traders that are watching on right now.
If you're struggling, I always tell this to people that it's been, if you're a beginner or a seasoned trader that has been struggling, I want to say is like the longer you stay in the table, there's more chance of like long-term gains. It doesn't, like a lot of people are short-minded, like they only think about short-term goals. I was guilty with that, but now that I've been trading for 5 years now, if I didn't have those struggling years back in 2021, 2022, I wouldn't be as successful as I am. So yeah, the longer you stay in this career, don't mind if you have a small green. Just make it as minimized possible. If you have a red day, like be comfortable with, like, if you had a red day, just be comfortable with what you're losing, and yeah, just stay in the game. keep grinding, and yeah, I'll see you in the other side.
And so, last question. If a time machine is to fall from the sky right now, and you can go back and give yourself advice, is there anything that you would do differently? Is there anything that you would change?
No, I'll keep everything the same.
Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Save, aka MX Day Trading. Man, it's been a pleasure having you on. Is there anywhere people can find you that are watching this that might want to learn more, that are still curious about your story? Where can they find you?
Yes, so I have Twitter, and it's called MX Day Trading. So if you guys could give me a follow, if you have any more questions, just DM me there. I'm also part of RT's group. My Discord name is Savvy there. So if you guys are interested, you guys could join RT's Discord, and you guys could see me post some of my thoughts there.
All right, man. So for those of you watching, we do appreciate it. Be sure to hit that thumbs up. If you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. And of course, check out those links down below. That way you can find Save, aka MX Day Trading, on all his platforms. And we'll catch you guys on the next episode. Stay tuned, subscribe, like. We'll see you later.